Good morning everyone. First of all, I want to start by making a mental note to myself. If I'm going to do a video, stop wheeling around on your chair like a twat, because I've done this 4 times and then when I go back to edit it, I'm completely out of focus because I've rolled out a shot. So yes, standing still this time. But I wanted to talk this morning about something that I read last night, and to be fair, it kind of grated on me more and more. I was thinking about it last night and I actually think it's quite disgusting, so I thought I'm just going to do a quick little video to talk about it. So before I jump in, I just want to talk about exclusive games and exclusivity content on consoles. Now first of all then, exclusive games, this has been happening since the dawn of time. Each console, because both the consoles tend to be very, very similar, and what sets them apart tends to be the games. So what one manufacturer will do is go, we've got all these games, come buy our unit, and the other one will go, but we have these buyouts. And that makes sense. It's a way of trying to pull people over to that manufacturer's version of the console, and sometimes it's actually quite good for creativity, because if one of them has a really good driver or a shooter, it encourages the other one to try and create one to pull that part of the market over to their side. So when it comes down to exclusive games, I've never really been that particularly bothered. I will mention it is quite bad when one of the manufacturers, for instance Microsoft, then goes, well, we haven't got an equivalent to Uncharted, but Tomb Raider is pretty damn similar, so we're just going to buy Tomb Raider and make that an exclusive. So now we've got our Uncharted style game. So I will hold my hands up and say that is bad that Microsoft has done that. But anyway, moving on, the next thing I want to talk about is the actual DLC side of things. Now, obviously, PlayStation and Xbox tend to try to get DLC and as exclusive or timed exclusive for the console. Now, I've been used to this for a long time now, for instance, that Xbox would tend to get Call of Duty exclusive DLC a week earlier, but then on PlayStation they'll get Battlefield DLC a week earlier. So it swings and roundabouts on both, and the thing is, the timed delay on each one is tend to be about a week or so. So it's to the point where I've never actually been on top of my DLC news, simply because it's never affected me to the point where normally if I play, for instance, like Battlefield, I'll be like, oh wicked, this map's coming out on Friday, and then my friend will remind me, go, no, that's for PlayStation, we'll get it a week later. So it just kind of knocked me back a week. I go, oh well, I'm just waiting another 7 days, what would he do? So that kind of thing's never really bothered me. But what has bothered me is what's actually came out last night, and that is, as we know, PlayStation have poured a fair bit more money into Destiny than Microsoft have, so they've got exclusive rights for some of the actual DLC content, and that's again understandable. We've seen it happen many a times, but this one's with the twist. Now first of all, the DLC is going to be coming out to both consoles, but what's happening is they are taking parts of the DLC out of the Xbox version. Okay, so I was like, alright, then you might be holding that for ransom for a week or so, and then you're going to give it us so it's first on PlayStation. That's understandable. No, this content is being held ransom for at least 1 year, until fall 2015. So the worrying thing is, straight away, is never hold content for a year, because in a year I tend to be bored of the game that I'm playing and I'm off to the next best thing. So what's the point of simply saying you can have it in a year, because I'll be like, well, to be fair, your game might be in the second-hand bin by then, so why would I want your content in a year from now? But the better thing is, the thing that puts me on my face is, they're not giving you the full amount of DLC, they're holding it ransom for a year, and they're still going to charge you the same amount, which is just the kicker. And I cannot understand. Now, I'm not going to sit here and blame PlayStation for this one, because PlayStation have obviously gone, we would like some exclusive content, and Activision are the people that should have turned around and gone, yes, you can have it timed for a week or even a month or so, or even go, well, it can be yours for a year, but we're going to charge a bit less for the DLC because parts of it's missing, so we're not going to fully charge for it. But the idea of going, here's some content, you don't get that for a year, but we want all the money. How about we give you some of the money, and we'll give you some more of it in a year when you give us the content that we fucking paid for. Now, as I said, it's bad that obviously both of them tried to outdo each other, and Microsoft did get the exclusive rights for Tomb Raider. I think it's only for one game. More than likely it'll probably be a test to see if it does really well just on one, and then they may try and actually buy it as a full-blown exclusive again. But again, time will tell, so we won't talk about that one because we don't know much information. But the thing is, well, now it's an exclusive on the Xbox, you'll pay for it, and then you'll get it. It's not like they've gone, oh, by the way, PlayStation users, you can pay for it, but you get it in a year. No, if you're not giving somebody the content, don't fucking charge them for it. It's how it's always worked. Exclusive content on this console, you can't have it for a week. then you can buy it. That's how it works. They never ever before have ever gone, you can buy it and receive it in a year. So yeah, go fuck yourself, Activision. I've never been a fan of Activision anyway. They are a company that loves to milk franchises dry, and to be fair, I would blame Bungie, but I think Bungie's just signed a contract and they've jumped in bed with the devil, and now you're fucked because Activision is now the puppet master. But either way, I think it's absolutely disgusting. Even more so that I went onto the internet to read what the comments are, and I tend to never read comments now on YouTube, or, well, not my videos, but on YouTube videos or article blogs or anything like that. The comments on it tends to be absolutely disgusting because fanboyism is through the roof. You'll have PlayStation users taking a piss out of Xbox, Xbox taking a piss out of PlayStation. It's disgusting. The weird thing was, after this article came out last night, I read some of the comments and it shocked me to my core, because PlayStation and Xbox users were civilized, and the PlayStation users were saying, well, we've got PS4 and we've got this game and this is exclusive to us, so it doesn't bother us, but we find this disgusting as well. So for a PlayStation user to say that kind of shocked me. Not saying that PlayStation users are all idiots, because we've got as many Xbox idiots. But the point is, if gamers can drop the wall for a moment and simply say how disgusting it is, then it's gotta be bad. So personally, I am glad that I actually got rid of Destiny. I really didn't enjoy that game. I thought it played well, looked well. It really was fun for about 2.5 minutes. And the thing is, in my opinion, it was just completely missold this. It was going to be this great world and it's going to be RPG elements and all this lot, and you couldn't even bloody fucking trade with a friend. But I've said my 2 cents on that game, so I'm really glad that I have sold it. But my point is, if you are a fan of this and you own the Xbox One, please don't buy the DLC. Please vote with your wallets, because if they're not going to give you that content for a year, don't pay for it for a year. You are going to get parts of the DLC, fair enough. But if this game's only been out a few months and you're itching that much for DLC, then the game in the first place hasn't done its job, because if it can't keep you occupied just for this small length of time, then you shouldn't be really paying for the DLC. Well, that's me trying to just boycott Destiny anyway. Everyone's got their own mind, so do what you want, but I do find this absolutely disgusting, and I hope this isn't the way that DLC exclusivity is going to be going soon, because that is going to get quite bad. And the worst thing is, a lot of people aren't aware of DLC news. So for instance, you might jump in and go, right, I'm going to buy this, and then you're like, well, parts of it are missing, and then realise it's exclusive to the console, because it's not that clear. So yeah, fingers crossed, people vote with wallets, and this is a one-off thing and it never really happens again, because quite frankly it's disgusting. So that's me done and dusted now. Sunset Overdrive is out tomorrow and today is Thursday, and because I always order from shop2.net, it always tends to come a day early, so fingers crossed that'll be falling through my letterbox any moment now, and then I can jump on that game. So I'm going to love you and leave you. And as I said, I just want to make you aware, if you are buying that content, you won't be getting all of it for another year, but you will be charged for it, because Activision fucking suck dick. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers guys, bye.